How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing: always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Chargepoint and as well as for SOFI. Even though the market was down today, both of these plays put up some solid green days, and they also hit the price levels that we were looking for, especially Chargepoint. I'll talk about it further in this video, but I want to send out the reminder: if you're new to this channel, we do have timestamps down below inside the description. And the reason why I do this, because I do value your time. So what are we going to be doing? We're going to be taking a look at the charts, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest, and then I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts afterwards as far as what I see these plays doing going into tomorrow. So let's get into those videos. So we're going to take a look at the chart for SOFI. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.41, being up 3.89%. On the low, it tested $6.10, and then on the high, testing $6.65. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 58.159 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 37.248 million shares. So you can see that we had above average volume on the day, and we saw some strength in the stock, of course. Now, when we take a look at our chart, if you remember what I said in the previous video, we wanted to see a break above $6.25. And what happened? We ended up getting that break, and we saw a high at $6.65. It would have been great for us to close right at the 50 EMA at $6.48, but it's only off by 7 cents. As far as for the pattern of the price action, you can see that we have a continuation of higher lows and as well as higher highs. So this is what we want to see. And going into tomorrow, SOFI still has the ability to reclaim this 50 EMA. So I want to make sure you keep that area on close watch. And if it's able to do that and it can break above 665, we know the next resistance is around $6.90. If we decide to break this higher low pattern, then of course I'd want to see SOFI showing some strength at $6.10. But in my personal opinion, and going into tomorrow, I think SOFI should be able to form another higher low. We saw a low at 610, so we can have support anywhere above that level. SOFI does look good going into next week, but at least you guys know what it looks like to the upside and as well as for the downside. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for SOFI. So the off exchange short volume ratio is at 40.95%, and then for the off exchange short volume, it is just over 11.95 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 10 million, updated 17 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 0.92%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 13th, it is at 34.08, and then for the close of the 14th being at 40.95. So it has gone up a bit. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 13.19%, SOFI does continue to have short squeeze potential. So we're going to take a look at the chart for Chargepoint. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $19.25, being up 5.89%. On the low, it tested $18.02, and then on the high, testing $19.92. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 24.817 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 12.692 million shares. So we had well above the average volume in this play, and of course we saw some strength in the stock. So when we take a look at our chart, remember what our price target was for this week? $19. Not only did we get $19 and a close above $19, we saw a high at $19.92. So the next area where Chargepoint has some strong resistance, which I just put out on this chart for this video, is at 21 bucks. So that is going to be an area to watch very closely. Could it get there by tomorrow? Who knows? Could it get there by next week? Hey, we're going to have to wait and see. But if you guys remember what I put together in my previous Chargepoint videos, we said that Chargepoint looks like it wants to form a cup and handle. And guess what? We got that cup, we got that handle, and we got that push up. Again, I was looking for 19, we got to 1992. So congrats to those who got into the play. But overall, Chargepoint is looking very strong. You can see that we're trading below all of our major moving averages, plus on top of that, look at this uptrend. Such a beautiful chart, I must say. If it decides to have a pullback going into tomorrow though, we did find support at $18.02, and this is really good. But what we want to see though on a pullback is staying above $18 $18.02. And the level that I'd want to see ChargePoint at least hold would be right here around $18.50. If you could use $18.50 as support on a pullback, this is a good sign. It continues a higher low pattern and it does look good going into next week. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for ChargePoint. So the off exchange short volume ratio is at 36.38%, and then for the off exchange short volume it is just over 1.69 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 550,000, updated 16 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate it is at 2.35%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 13th it is at 27.64, and then for the close of the 14th being at 36.38. So it's gone up a bit. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 15.63%, ChargePoint does continue to have short squeeze potential. So for my final thoughts for ChargePoint and as well as for SOFI, let's start off with ChargePoint. So again, congratulations to all of my traders and my investors out there. You should be seeing some green. Remember, we had a price target for this week of $19. And what did ChargePoint do? It said, you know what? We're going to try to get to $20. It did not get there, but the door is still open for it to get there going into Friday. So I want to make sure you keep that in mind. And as far as for the next resistance level, it is around $21. So that's where we can really start seeing some weakness because we do have a lot of sellers around this level. But one thing that I want to make sure that you guys know going into tomorrow, where do you want to see support? I want to see strength at least around $18.50. If ChargePoint can use this as an area of support, not only do we form another higher low, but it looks really good going into next week, even if we don't get to the high that we got to for today. So please add that to your notes as well. But overall, congratulations to everyone again who was able to get into the play and make some money. And as far as for SOFI, I ended up getting above $6.25, which was a level that we wanted to see price action above. And knowing that we got above this level, SOFI does look really good going into Friday. Yes, we did have a pullback inside the overall market, but SOFI showed a lot of strength. So what does it look like? So the next area that we want to see is $7. Will it be able to get there on Friday? Hey, we're going to have to wait and see, but it would definitely be a great setup going into next week. Next week is going to be very volatile, and I want to make sure you guys know about that. And the main reason behind it, we do have the Fed meeting. Yes, we do have the quad witching tomorrow, which will be on the Friday, so that's one thing to keep in the back of your mind. But as far as for this month of September, like I've said many videos ago, it is known for being a very volatile month and also the worst month for the stock market. So for both of these plays, it is very important that you have a strategy and you have a game plan, and we cover them day in and day out. And if you've been able to get into these plays, you should have been able to make some money. Come on now, I'm looking out for you guys. Of course, I can't give you financial advice, but when I put these charts together and I show you these levels, you should be able to come up with a game plan. So let's see if SOFI and ChargePoint can continue the strong uptrends. Like I said, taking a look at both of these charts, we're seeing the higher lows, the higher highs. It is looking great. So let's see what Friday gives us. We'll be talking real soon. And of course, I'll keep you guys inside of the loop.